Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your love reading for August 2020 with me, Julie Poole. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your time and support on my channel. I love you guys. Thank you for coming back, and thank you for your likes and shares and subscribing, and for your wonderful generous donations. They do make an enormous difference to my channel. I am taking bookings. If you would like to book in with me for a private reading or a healing, the link is below, and the link is also there to donate if you feel so drawn to. If you're new here, I'm Julie Poole, a professional hypnotherapist, psychic, intuitive, Reiki master, teacher, healer and author. All right, my darlings, let's see what we have for you. This is good for your sun, your moon, your rising, Venus, and for cross-watching if you want to. So we're going to have a card each from these two. This is the power of love, and the answer is simple. We're going to see who's with us from the angels of Atlantis to give you support with love through August, and we're using the tarot of dreams. All the links are below to the cards if you are interested in those. Anything else I need to tell you? Yeah, this is for all love, so for singles, for couples, and all loving relationships, including friends, family, and that sort of thing. So basically anything to do with love for August for my Sagittarius. There we go. That's what we have for you. We have got friendliness coming in. Okay, I'm just making some space to move the cards over. And what's the advice coming in, please, from Spirit? For the answer is simple. What's the advice for my lovely Sagittarius for August for love, please? Make it clear. Make it plain. If you want to skip ahead while I pull the cards, that's absolutely fine. All right, my darling, we've got Say I'm Sorry. And from the angels, we've got Gabriel with benediction. Okay. All right. This is feeling quite a strong healing energy around loving relationships so far. Let's see what the tarot want to add. Tell me what you have for my Sagittarius, please, for love for August. Love for August. All loving relationships, singles, couples, family, friends. Okay. We've got the Four of Coins. So some of you are hanging on to something a little bit too tightly. Good, okay. And that's rooted down by the Emperor. We've got the Ten of Wands. Some burden is coming to an end. Some difficulty, some challenge. Yeah, definitely coming to an end with the World card there. That's lovely. So those of you who've been struggling, falling out, having disagreements, yes, definitely coming to an end. It's been tough, but we're moving forward now. Okay. Yeah, some of you are moving forward on your own. All right, let's have a look then together. So, Sagittarius, let me just tidy up and just get a feel for these energies as I feel into them now. Okay, so where do I want to start? Friendliness. You're able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. Now, why is this important? Well, when I look at the other cards, which have been struggle, for some of you separation, you've been really trying to hang on to something that hasn't worked, or living out in hope for something to turn around, then this is the advice coming in for Spirit, that what you want to be doing to help you is to get back to that connection, recognizing those traits that you have in common, recognizing why you like that person in the first place, because when it's been a challenging time, we can forget all the good things in them and focus on the negative, and everybody's got a bit of both. And if you've had a hard time, and it looks like some of you have, then they're giving you this advice to come back into that connection, but also to recognize the traits. Now, this is hard, all right? And why do I say that? Why is it hard? Because if your partner or your friend or your family member is being really challenging, it's to recognize those traits that you're seeing in another and saying, what reflection of me is this? We very often will see what's going on in another and not see what's going on in ourselves. But in terms of the law of attraction and the universe, it's very often a mirror. We're seeing something in them which we don't like, and it's a reflection of something in us that we want to work on or overcome or change, and that's all right. And it's coming out with the Say I'm Sorry card. All right, so there's an apology needed. Now, is it from you to them? Is it from them to you? Because the card doesn't say. It's saying there is a need here for an apology to get back to what I liked about that person, so I can remember they're not all bad, so that I can just bring my attention back into why I'm in this relationship in the first place. And Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel's coming in here with a benediction card. Now, when I see this card, I don't know what the book says, but when I see this card and the information my angels are giving me is that this is about healing. We have healing chakras in our palms of our hands, and some situation here needs healing. And to help heal the situation, it's talking it through, because Archangel Gabriel is in charge of communication and the throat chakra, which is what all this blue is about. So a good talk is needed, honest, open, friendly, okay, not screaming at each other. So in terms of those of you that this relates to a relationship challenge, then what we've got here is the opportunity in August for it to be healed, for you to reach out, or for them to reach out to you, to heal it, to sort it, to change it, to fix it, or to walk away from it. And sometimes we do that. Sometimes it's necessary that we say our bit and we let go and we move on. And other times we can put it behind us, water under the bridge, and move on still in that relationship. But for some of you, you are letting go. You're letting go of a partner or a friend or a family member. Just because they're blood doesn't mean to say that we have to have them in our life forever. It's okay if it's very, very challenging to take a break or to walk away completely, whatever feels right for you. Some of you are walking away completely. Now, for those of you single, then what we're doing here, this is going to be relating this healing needing, right? They're just saying, okay, two things here. Some of you, this is about friends and family, and others, it's about yourself. All right, that's really interesting. How many of you singles have been beating yourself up that you haven't met anybody yet? What's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? Why am I holding back? So I want you to say you're sorry to yourself if you've been giving yourself a hard time. If you haven't been reaching out to forge a new connection, it's because you weren't ready. So don't give yourself a hard time about it. Be your own best friend. Be your own best friend. And do that healing in terms of coming into a balance back within yourself. All right. Now let's look what the tarot are bringing in. You've got the Four of Coins here, rooted down by the Emperor. The Four of Coins is about holding on to security or perceived security, and sometimes holding on a little bit too tight. So it can talk about particularly with it being with the Five of Coins as well, that you're moving from I can't leave because I can't afford to, I've got nowhere to live, I've got nowhere to go, and holding yourself back through fear of lack. Now, it's rooted down by the Emperor, and the Emperor is all about taking your power. Take your power so that you can decide what is right for you. You make the decisions and you decide. Once you align with that decision to say, I'm not going to live like this anymore, then you will find that things fall into place. When you're truly aligned with something, things fall into place and solutions are found. So it's asking you in August, if you're in a challenging relationship and you want to either end the relationship or end the challenge in the relationship, and both are possible, then it's the same. Sorry, it's doing this, it's doing the healing, getting back in your power so that we can end this struggle. This is really clear. These two together, the 10 of Wands rooted down by the world, this talks, the world is major endings, major cycles completing, and the 10 of Wands is the end of that burden, that struggle. So you are ending something here. Now, for those of you who've been single a long time, you are ending that block that you have, and you are going to move forward. Now, it isn't necessarily going to be easy and straightforward, but what this is saying is that it's going to be easier than what you've had. Okay, you are moving forward. This is an ending of that cycle. So if you're single and you're wanting to connect, you're going to move forward. The 9 of Wands is saying it's not going to be easy. It's a bit of a struggle, and you're feeling that sense of lack and isolation, and I don't know how to do this, and I don't quite know where to start, and I don't feel very supported. I might have to do this on my own, but I'm prepared to take that, not risk. They're saying it's not a risk. When you know something's right, it's a right. But I'm prepared to do the work I need to do. And financially, I'll figure it out. Financially, I'll sort it out. I'm not going to stay in a relationship just because of money insecurity that isn't working for me. All right, I'll figure it out. Those of you single, you are starting to move forward into a space where you are opening up to meet somebody, but you are struggling with it. You're like, oh my God, I don't know about this. Is it worth it? Is it worth the risk? Is it safer to stay out here in the cold on my own than to risk involving myself in community and groups and online dating and whatever, it means for you? It's hard work, but your soul, your spirit, your inner self is saying, do the work, because the benefits can be incredible. Do the work, right? For those of you coupled who this relates to you, this is resonating for you about, I am not happy, I haven't been happy for a long time, and I've been too scared to leave. I'm getting my power here, and I am going to leave. And yet it'll be tough, and yes, I'll have to find somewhere else to live, or I'll have to go through a divorce, and yes, there might be some financial struggles, but I'll work it out. So some of you are leaving. Now, for those of you who are talking it through, healing it, and deciding to stay, then yes, you are ending that cycle and you're moving forward in a new way. That, we have these conversations with our partner, don't we? We have a talk, and then we say, right, so this and this and this is what needs to change. And then there's effort needed on both parts to make those changes. It takes two to make a relationship work. It only takes one to break it. So if you are wanting to salvage the relationship, it's going to take some work and some effort and some energy. And many of you are feeling that you don't know whether it's worth it, whether it's worth the work. Let's get a couple more clarifiers. All right, let's get a couple more cards to clarify. So let's have a look at this 9 of Wands, please, and the 5 of Pentacles. Tell me a little bit more for my Sagittarius. Make it clear. Please clarify. Yeah, you've got some more information going to come through. We've got the 5 of Pentacles again. You are frightened, but look what's underneath that. The 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, okay? The Hanging Man is here, but I feel that he's moving on out, all right? The Hanging Man is delay. So, yes, you're scared, right? Let's just start with the Page of Swords. This is about information. wanting to come through. Clarity, clarification. This can be research, talking to other people. Again, communication, back with the beautiful blue energy of the throat chakra, cutting through the illusion of that Five of Pentacles, of actually, you know, he's going to have to support you and pay maintenance. And actually, you know, it's not as bad as you think. It's not going to be as scary. This is the fears that you have. But the outcome they're showing you is the Ten of Pentacles, which says you're going to be okay. This is security and stability and financial success. You're going to be okay. And in terms of, excuse me, the your happiness, here comes the Ace of Cups. So you make that change, you do the work, and the happiness comes in. This is fated, destined. That's the eye of God there. The universe is looking over you saying, we want you to be happy. We want you out of this. Yeah, and we want you out of this. And we want you in your power, making those changes, ending that cycle. And yes, it takes a little bit of time. The Hanging Man is about delays and time, but really it's also about looking at things from a different perspective, looking at things upside down, looking at things from the other's perspective, right? Particularly as we have this other card here about recognizing traits in common and forging love-based connections. So that's going to be relevant for some of you there. And for others, this is about looking at the money situation that you're tied into, staying in something that you don't want to stay in because of fear. But it's not true. If you look at it the other way around, it's, you know, you're going to be okay. And for those of you single, relating to opening up to a partner where you have felt lonely and isolated and out on your own for far too long, they're saying, look, do the work. I know it's hard work to push yourself out there, to start dating again. I know it's scary, but look at it from a different perspective. Your happiness is waiting for you. A beautiful, rich, abundant life is waiting for you. Overcome the fear, push forward, and allow yourself to grab happiness, because it is there for you and it wants to come to you. All right, my beautiful Sagittarius, that's what I have for you for the month of August in relation to love and relationships. I hope this has helped. If it has, do give it a like, a share, a thumbs up, all that lovely stuff. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell. And I will look forward to seeing you for the September general readings, which will go out about the middle of August, and then there will be the September love readings on the 1st of September. And there's also the weeklies, so do join me there as well. All right, my darlings, you take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.